The 5-seater 2024 Volvo XC40 Recharge is a significant upgrade on its previous iteration. It appears to be significantly more competitive in its segment, unlike its previous version. We had made a side-by-side comparison of the 2023 Volvo XC40 with the VW ID4 on the 25th of July 2023. You can check that video here or in the description. And when comparing with this video, you will see the significant EV-centric enhancements that Volvo has made to the current 2024 edition of the XC40 Recharge. The XC40 Recharge is built to be electric from ground up. It has a hybrid version, but on this channel we only cover pure electric cars. Volvo is always a loved brand and will surely always have users looking up to it. Anything it brings will always have its loyal cohort of eager receivers. The factors to look for is price, which can always be a bit on the stiffer side, and its software definition, which, like with many legacy automakers, is kind of work in progress. The XC40 is noticeable for the stretched cutouts in the lower body and the relatively small glass area with an angular look. It's designed on Geely's compact modular architecture platform, and you expect spacious interiors in cars based on it. The rear storage is certainly small against comparable vehicles, and that creates a feel where things appear cramped. I'm sure this will put off those planning for dogs and families that are slightly on the larger side. Though even with that, the XC40 offers good access to seats and is full of useful utilities. The XC40 driving reminds me of the VW ID4 and the Audi e-Tron. You feel the high ride and a car that corners well on bends. Yet the Audi naturally feels far more luxurious, and that does make me question the price of the XC40, which certainly seems higher. The XC40 has a very tight suspension, and the smoothness of the ride is actually surprising in the context, especially for a car like that. The absence of the grille in front marks the electric version of the XC40. The charge port is CCS1 here in the US for now, though it too is in line for NACS adoption sometime in the future. The 2024 Volvo XC40 Recharge has two trims, the single motor rear-wheel drive and the dual motor all-wheel drive. The rear-wheel drive option being the notable addition in 2024, which is the first time in 25 years that Volvo has brought a rear-wheel drive to its US lineup. That's in the form of the XC40 along with the C40 Recharge. The XC40 now comes with a 78 kWh battery pack on the twin motor trim and an 82 kWh pack in the single motor option. This is significantly higher than the 69 kWh in the previous iteration. It also brings a 200 kW max DC charge rate on the single motor trim and a 150 kW rate on the twin motor variant. This is up from the 125 to 135 kW in the previous version. It was even surprising for me to see variable rates by trims. The max AC is the same 11 kW or 48 amps, which is the industry standard. These small upgrades themselves make it a car to consider now, parameters on which we felt the previous edition significantly fell short, particularly the larger battery and the faster charging capability. The XC40 2024 promises 293 miles of range on the rear-wheel drive and 254 miles on the twin motor trim, again up from the 208 miles seen in the single trim previously. We will of course keep an eye on the real-world range going forward, and our usual canon applies. Charging capacity matters more than range, and charging curve matters more than charging capacity, almost always when it comes to long trips. The SUV shape does call for tempering down the range expectations by at least 10% in the real world, which was a significant shortfall in the previous edition. It now looks healthy, at least in the rear-wheel drive trim. Both the trims sport a top speed of 112 miles per hour, a 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds and 4.6 seconds each in the single motor and dual motor trims. The single motor XC40 has 248 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. The dual motor offers 402 horsepower and 494 pound-feet of torque, both fairly healthy numbers. The XC40 Recharge is 174.2 inches long, 75.2 inches wide without mirrors, or 80.1 inches with the mirrors, and 65 inches tall. That is 442.5 centimeters in length, 191 centimeters in width, and 165 centimeters in height, all roughly the same as in the previous version. Its younger sibling, the EX30, is on its way and it's already drawn significant interest. This will present users some natural choice in picking the size that's most suitable for their use. I can imagine users in bigger cities calling for it, with its price that's expected to be significantly lower. You can view our earliest of impressions of the Volvo EX30 here or in the description. Volvo here could be saliently gaining an advantage in the smaller and affordable space. SUVs are generally liked for their hard physical capacities. The 2024 XC40 Recharge has 16 cubic feet of storage behind the row 2. That's roughly 453 liters, the same as before. It brings 57.5 cubic feet with the second row seats folded down, or 1628 liters. The new XC40 is 4679 to 4780 pounds in curb weight, significantly heavier than the 3861 to 3967 pounds of the previous edition. That makes that higher range that much more impressive. In terms of hard capacities, the XC40 brings 2000 to 3500 pounds of towing capabilities. It's worth remembering, however, that towing can have a significant impact on range and it can go down by half in cases. The XC40 Recharge has a wheelbase of 106.4 inches and a ground clearance of 8.1 inches. The XC40 is priced in three packages of options. The Core at a starting price of $53,745, the Plus starting at $56,695, and the Ultimate starting at $60,095. The twin motor has a fixed additional price for each of the above. Availability of trims and prices may depend significantly on location and dealerships. The set packages detail a number of features, from the interior-exterior options, a climate package, driver support, performance, infotainment, safety and security, and a lot more. Some included, while some at an additional cost. All of these can be viewed online on the Volvo website when selecting the build options. This in addition to equipment and other features like roof options, load bars, etc. If you have driven or seen this car, did you like it? What do you think? Please let us know in the comments. If you have driven any previous version of it or simply been a Volvo user, we'd love to hear from you. Here on this channel, we are trying to document the electric vehicle transition, the highs and the lows of it, the experiences of people, sharing things we know and hoping that it all proves useful to the most number of people in the end. If you want to see our video on the new battery options introduced by Rivian in its R1T pickup truck, check the link here or in the description. See you in the next one.